Okay. Hello, my dear students. Hello, Susanna. Hello, Mark. Nice to meet you all. Let's we know each other first. Okay, Susanna, start answering the question and introduce yourself to Mark, please.
Well, my name is Susana. I'm from Santiago, Chile, and
Tenía experiencia por traducir.
no, me salió una cosa de la, me salió una cosa en el celular, perdón, no puedo leer. Ahora sí, ya. My name is Susana. I'm from Santiago, Chile, and ¿cómo? No entiendo. ¿A qué te refieres con did you have an experience to translate?
Yeah, did you translate some book before from Spanish to English or from German to English? Did you have some translation experience?
Of course, I have had to translate things because I have English classes during the school, and now I'm with my German classes, and the teacher always asks us for translate things. For example, today I had to translate and make a review about a recent news from Germany in Chemnitz.
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
Okay, yeah. Mark,
Yes.
answer this question, please.
Hello, my name is Marco. I'm from Chile. I'm living in the city of Concepcion. I'm 37 years old. And I don't have any experience in translation.
Okay, today you will have, after this lesson, you will have this experience. I'm happy for that. Something new you will learn. Okay, as I told you, we will learn about translation. We will have some translation practice. I will give you some text in Spanish, you will translate to English, and I will give you some text in English, you will translate from Spanish. We will try ourselves in both parts. And here's some of my advice, how to translate. First, you need to read the sentence out loud. Before translating, read the sentence out loud in English or in Spanish. Léelo esta oración, cual necesita to translate. Then, try to understand what is the sentence about. Then, translate it in your mind. And don't do translation word by word. Feel free to use different words, grammar, forms of grammar, and so on. Because Spanish and English grammars are very different sometimes. And if you translate word by word, the sense will be killed. And just translate. You cannot translate I, yo, speak, hablo, español, Spanish. You cannot. It's not always works like that. Translation, it's like an art. It's part of art. You need to know both languages very well for doing this translational stuff. Makes sense what I say? ¿Entiendes todos?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, Susana?
No.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Good. Now I want you to show some video with native speaker. He also give. It was my advice how to translate, but in the other person I found, he also has some advice how to translate correctly. I will show you 5 minutes video, and then we can do some translations using our text. And if you don't understand English, try to read the scripts here, videos with scripts. Try to read the scripts and you will understand. And while you will watch the video, I will look for the translational text. You will translate, I will open them right now. Okay.
Many clients only
Can you hear it?
Yes.
have a vague idea how long a translation project should take. So we're going to tell you how to quickly calculate realistic translation times that will work for most projects. Hi, I'm Dennis Brown, and our company has been providing translation and interpreting services to clients across a wide range of business sectors for over 20 years. In this video, I'm going to give you a simple 4-step formula for estimating translation turnarounds, then tell you how timeframes can potentially be shortened, and finally, quickly cover when more time will be needed on a project. And we'll give you a link to our table of suggested translation timeframes that you can use for future reference. Now, I need to make it clear that these times are for professional quality translations, meaning consistently well-worded and accurate text produced by skilled, experienced human translators.
Yes, it's for professional translators anyway, but just practice your listening skill and try to remember these 4 translational steps. Recuerda estos 4 traducciones métodos. Pero este es para traductoras profesionales, pero practica su inglés por oír, por aprender inglés nativo hablante. Practico.
So, here are the 4 steps. Step 1 is to calculate the number of words to be translated. The word count of the text to be translated is the basis of any time frame, as it gives the most reliable indication of the amount of work involved. And note we use the number of words, not pages. That's because the amount of text on individual pages, and therefore the time spent translating them, can vary considerably. If you don't know how to quickly get a word count in the program you're using, head over to our blog article where we cover that for you. Step 2 is to divide the number of words by either 300 or 2,500. This will give you an approximate number of hours or days of initial translating time required. Now, translators will vary hugely in their translation speed and the output they achieve. You can find translators citing numbers ranging from 200 to 500 words an hour and 1,200 to 4,000 words a day or even more. We discussed translation speed and the effect it has on translation quality in our blog article, but for our purposes here, let's just say we consider 300 words an hour and 2,500 words a day a reasonable expectation for a quality-focused, experienced professional translator. That said, there is one big proviso to these numbers. They assume there is little repeated or previously translated text in the documents to be translated. Now, if previous translations can be used without change or with only minor amendments for parts of the text, this will speed up the translation process and potentially reduce the project timeline. Translation memory programs are great for identifying identical and highly similar text repetitions, which we call 100% matches and fuzzy matches, and are widely used by translators. Step 3. Allow extra time for the translator to check their work. Professional translators will generally consider their first run through a text as only a draft translation. It's not unusual for either a nuance of meaning to be missed or wording to be a little stilted and unnatural, or even both of these after this first pass. And that's why good translators will always allow time for thorough checking and revising their translation. They'll check all meaning has been correctly conveyed and nothing has been missed, and they'll polish and refine their wording. Ideally, they'll do this after a decent break to clear the mind, so they approach the text again with fresh eyes. Our article and video on the 5-step translation process professional translators use covers this in more detail. So, how much time do you need to add? If the project involves just a few hours translating time, allow the translator an overnight break and to review and finalise the translation the following morning. If it's a few days' work, allow an additional day for the self-review. And for longer projects, allow an extra day for every 10,000 words. Step 4. Add 30% if there is a second translator review. Often a translation will also be subject to a full second translator review. This can involve various possibilities, but is normally designed to pick up any inadvertent errors made by the initial translator, plus have a second accuracy check and further improve wording if needed. It is considered best practice, and we particularly recommend it for essential business texts where guaranteed accuracy and high quality of expression is required. Our rule of thumb is to add 30% to the translation time for this peer review component. Putting all this together, we suggest the following guidelines, and this table is available for download from our website.
Yeah, here I want to make that conclude. Just these 4 steps. He just recommend to count words, how many around, and how long time it will take, and double check. It's very important. When I studied English at the Kharkov National University, my teacher, he was a teacher of professional practice, translational practice teacher. Before he was learning not just teaching teachers, future teachers, he was teaching future translators. And he was giving alarm clock for 2 minutes and say, till the alarm clock will ring, don't say any word, please. No diga nada. So just translate it, think about it, double check 20 times and then say. And most of the people who were not in a hurry, they were translating everything perfectly. And I very like his method. So now I want to give you just a few sentences for now, then we will translate little text. Does this video make sense for you?
Yes, it is.
And
It does.
yeah, it just here just websites, the stuff. It's not for it's not concluding our translational practice lesson. We don't need to watch more of this video. So let me open the other video. It will be in the video form, but it will still be general practice on the lesson. Okay. So just a second. I will shut this video and open. Oh, okay. I will open the next video. Let's some technical issues. No one can cancel, unfortunately. Okay.
She told him to sit down.
Okay, here's example what we need to do. Ella le dije que se sentara. She told him to sit down. Can you see the video? Can you hear it?
Yes.
Okay, good. Next, Susanna, you can, sentence will be for you, and next word will be for Mark.
El médico me aconsejó que dejara de fumar.
Okay, el médico me aconsejó que dejaba de fumar. Okay, Susana, traduzca.
The doctor advised me to stop smoking.
Okay, advised me to stop smoking. Yeah, Marco, next sentence, be attentive.
The doctor advised me to stop smoking.
Yeah, correct. Yes, yes, yes.
Tu padre me dijo que vendría hoy.
Tu padre me dijo que vendría hoy. Okay, Marco.
Your father told me that he will come today.
Vendría, he will come today. Okay, let's see correct answer.
Your father told me he would come today.
That he would come today, yes, and without that also makes sense. As you can see, yeah, you're correct. Okay, Susana, the next sentence.
Les dijo a los niños que esperaran un rato.
Okay, Susana.
Here she told to the children that he would wait for a moment, for a while.
Okay.
Algo imprecisa esa.
Okay, let's see.
He told the children to wait for a while.
For a while, yes, rather for a while, yes, correct. Okay, Marco, next sentence, be attentive.
Mi madre me dijo que encendiera la luz.
Marco. My mother told me that turn on the light.
My mom told me to turn off the light. Yeah.
My mother told me to turn on the light. My mother told me to switch on the light.
Turn off, switch off, it's synonymous.
Tell me to switch off the line.
Yeah, it's synonyms. Yes. Okay, Susana.
Su madre le dijo que limpiara el baño.
His mother told him to clean the bathroom.
Okay.
His mother told him to clean the bathroom.
Yes. Okay, Marco.
Dijo que esperaría hasta que llegara su padre.
Marco.
He said that he waits till his father come.
He said he would wait until his father arrived.
Would come, arrived, it's kind of synonyms. Both make sense. As I told at the beginning, translation, it's like an art. You just give another message. Your translation was also correct.
Les dijo que se apresuraran.
Okay, Susana?
Here she told them to hurry up.
Okay.
He told them to hurry up.
He or she less. He or she no matter, yes.
Le dije que no me esperara.
Okay, Marco?
I told him don't, it's not wait for me.
I told him not to wait for me.
Not to wait. Be more confident. You were correct,
I
but
told him to wait for me.
yeah. Be more confident. You were correct, but you had some doubt, but you didn't need to have doubt.
El profesor me dijo que no me preocupara.
Okay, Susana?
The professor told me to not worry.
Okay, and if you add maybe two more sentences from here, and then you can translate some text.
The teacher told me not to worry. Mi madre nos dijo que no mintiéramos.
Okay, Mark?
My mother told us that not lie.
My mother told us not to lie.
Yes, okay, one more sentences for both of you.
Su madre le dijo que se pusiera el abrigo.
Susana?
Her mother told him to put on the coat, or jacket.
His mother told him to put his coat on. His mother told him to put on his coat.
Put on, vestirse. Put on, yeah. Okay, and Marco, the last one.
El maestro les dijo que hicieran 7 problemas para el día siguiente.
The teacher tell them that he make 7 problems to the next day.
The teacher told them to do 7 problems for the next day.
Okay, so I think it's enough for just general practice. Let's do some individual practice just to some more translations of the little text I prepare for each of you. Each of you will do one from English to Spanish, one from Spanish to English translation. So let's me share the slides again. So, okay, what is translate uh, from Spanish to English? Susanna, we can start with you. Read out loud each sentence and then translate it. I have it, this variant in my.
¿Lo leo primero en español o lo traduzco al tiro?
No, español, lee español texto y traduzca a inglés.
Mark y Daniela Dobson son una pareja joven que vive en Miami. Miami es una ciudad grande ubicada en el sur de la Florida. Mark trabaja
Okay. Traduzca a región de región. Miami, traduzca esta región.
¿No quieres que lo traduzca de corrido?
Ok, yo voy a corregir, yo tengo aquí en español. Lee primera oración, traduzca. Tú leí primera
ya, oración traduzco ya.
Sí,
Okay.
es
Mark y Daniela Dobson son una pareja joven que vive en Miami. Mark and Daniela Dobson are a young couple who live in Miami.
Yes. Segunda oración.
Miami es una ciudad grande ubicada en el sur de la Florida. Miami is a big city located in the south of Florida.
Florida. Yep. Seguimos.
Mark trabaja como gerente en un gran banco en el centro de la ciudad de Miami. Mark works as a manager in a big bank in the center of the city of Miami.
The large bank. Big es para hombre, para persona, para animal, pero cuando hablas por cosa, in the large es por banco. Mark work in a large bank. Large.
Yeah, okay. Daniela trabaja como diseñadora de sitios web. Daniela works as a designer of websites. Ella recibe contratos de varias compañías para construir y mantener sus sitios web. She receive contracts from several companies to create or build and maintain their websites.
To build and maintain the websites, build, create, okay. Okay, the next text will be from from English to Spanish. Mark, your turn. Read first English sentence and then translate it to Spanish.
Mark was born and grew up in the United States. His parents and grandparents...
traduzca, región de región.
Mark nació y creció en los Estados Unidos.
Ok, segunda región, lee en inglés y traduzca a español.
His parents and grandparents moved to the United States from Europe in the 1940s, during and after the Second World War. Sus padres y abuelos se mudaron a los Estados Unidos desde Europa en 1940, durante y después de la Segunda Guerra Mundial.
Ok.
His family settled in New York, where he grew up and complete his education. Su familia es como que se estableció en Nueva York, donde creció y completó su educación. Shortly after graduating from college with a degree in business administration, he moved to Miami, where he got a job at a pharmaceutical company. Después de la graduación, después de graduarse al colegio, se graduó al colegio con un grado en administración de negocios. Él se mudó a Miami, donde consiguió un trabajo como en una compañía farmacéutica.
Ten presente que college se traduce como universidad, no como colegio.
¿Cómo?
Y como empresa.
Ten presente que college se traduce como universidad y no como colegio.
Oh,
yeah.
Gracias por ayudarle, Susana, sí.
What is the meaning of Charlie? What is the meaning? The meaning? Shortly after?
Poco después, después de egresar de la universidad con un grado de administración de empresas, a eso se refiere. Por eso si hubiera sido colegio era como extraño que saliera con un título.
Ya, perfecto. Thank you.
Sí, nosotros ayudamos una u otra en esta clase. Gracias por corregirlo, es muy buena idea. Ok, aquí es inglés primero de nuevo, pero mejor tú no traducir inglés primero. Ok, este es Susana, para ti. Inglés primero.
Ya, Daniela was born in Manizales, Colombia. Daniela nació en Manizales, Colombia. She grew up there, but after she graduated from university with a degree in computer science, her family moved to the United States. Ella creció ahí, pero después de egresar de la universidad con un grado de informática, su familia se mudó a los Estados Unidos. In 1998, after having dated Mark for 3 years, Mark and Daniela were married. En 1998, después de salir con Mark por 3 años, Mark y Daniela se casaron. They rented a small apartment in Pompano Beach and began to save money to buy a house. Ellos arrendaron un pequeño departamento en la playa Pompano y empezaron a ahorrar dinero para comprar una casa.
Okay, good. So I will return to the previous slide. From Spanish to English, it's your time, Mark. You can translate from Spanish to English. It's a little bit harder, but it's also needed.
En 1995, Mark conoció a Daniela en el trabajo. In 1995, Mark met Daniela in the work.
At work, not in, and at work, at work.
At work.
Okay, continue.
Ella estaba asignada a la tarea de mejorar el sitio web de la compañía. She was assigned
To improve.
To improve the website of the company.
The company website. Mejorar la compañía.
Un día cuando Mark estaba pagando por su almuerzo en la cafetería de la compañía, notó a Daniela sentada en una mesa. One day when Mark was paying for his lunch in the cafeteria, ¿o no?
Okay, Mark was...
of the company, he noticed Daniela sit alone in a table. Él se acercó, se presentó y le preguntó si podía sentarse con ella. He closed up, ¿o no?
He walked over
and introduced himself and asked if he could sit with her.
Okay,
Empezaron a
yeah.
almorzar juntos todos los días. A medida que se conocieron mejor, se enamoraron. They began to lunch every day,
Hablan.
and then they met better and they fall in love and
Yes, and
they
they
fall in
found
love.
a little bit different order because I want one person. We have 10 minutes, 8 minutes left for the translate for this part of the lesson because Zoom can read only 40 minutes. So the next is also English is for Susanna, and then for you, Mark, Spanish again.
My turn?
No, it's Susanna's turn for sure. One by one, do it.
Yeah.
Mark doesn't speak a word of Spanish. Mark no habla una palabra de español. Now that he has married Daniela, it is something he would love to learn. Ahora que se casó con Daniela, es algo que amaría aprender. He knows it won't be easy as he is very busy with work and he has very little time to relax and enjoy himself. Él sabe que no será fácil como está muy ocupado con trabajo y tiene muy poco tiempo para relajarse y disfrutar. However, since most members of Daniela's family don't speak English, he is determined to learn enough Spanish to get by. Sin embargo, considerando que la mayoría de los miembros de la familia de Daniela no habla inglés, está determinado a aprender suficiente español para, no sé cómo se traduce get by.
Okay.
¿Qué es get by? Get by?
Yeah. Okay. So we have 6 more minutes. Mark, your time.
Okay. From Spanish to English.
Yes.
Daniela ama la vida en los Estados Unidos. Daniela loves the life in the United States. Ella aprendió tanto inglés como pudo tomando clases. She learned so much English as she can.
She could.
As she could, taking classes, viendo televisión y practicando con sus amigos americanos. Watching TV and talking with his American friends. A pesar de que ella había inglés bien, a pesar de que ella habla inglés bien, hay algunas palabras y expresiones que todavía no entiende. A pesar, ¿cómo digo eso en inglés? A
pesar de que ella habla inglés bien, hay algunas palabras
y expresiones que todavía no entiende. A pesar, ¿cuál es la traducción en inglés?
A pesar.
Voy a revisar. Pero yo lo traduciría como no obstante. Tengo el diccionario.
A pesar. Although she speaks English. Although.
No encuentro que sería.
Also?
No, podría ser más, yo creo que un despite.
However?
No, encaja más despite o in spite of.
Yeah. In spite of, she speak English very well. There's some words and expression that she can understand yet. Mark always is happy and try to help her to improve his English, uh, her English.
Ok, traduzca última oración. Okay, good, good. Thank you. You're very good translators. In counting that Marco didn't have much experience, any experience to translate, you have done very good.
Okay.
So, what was the hardest for you, from English to Spanish or from Spanish to English?
What is easy? What is more easy?
Yes. ¿Cuál es más fácil, inglés o español a inglés?
Yo encuentro
For
que
me, for me, it's easier to translate to English to Spanish, from English to Spanish.
From English to Spanish? Yes, for me as well. When I was learning, taking my bachelor degree in English in Kharkov National University, for me it was easier to translate from English to Russian than from Russian to English. But all the tests will translate from Russian to English or from Ukrainian to English. The only what teachers can help, just give it to me in Russian. It's the only help I could get from them during the test. It was very hard. I understand you. I had the same experience when I was learning translation. Okay, Susana, what about you? What is easier for you to translate, from English or from Spanish to English?
during this exercise,
In general.
I think that both very easy, but in my normal life,
Yes.
I have no problem translating Spanish to English because I tend to use words too specific.
Yeah, but in general, when you translate German, what is easier for you? From native language to the foreign, or from foreign to the native?
Can you repeat the question?
What translation in general is easier, from English to Spanish or from Spanish to English?
I said is it from English to Spanish.
Yes, it's everyone say. Some guys in my class, muchas personas, muchos compañeros de clase, ellos aprendí no solamente maestría, pedagogía de inglés, ellos aprendí traductora de inglés. Ellos digan, un profesor de esta facultad diga, es posible traducir inglés a ruso, pero no ruso a inglés. It's easier to translate from English to Russian than from Russian. You can find the way to translate from Russian, from English to Russian, but from Russian to English it's harder. Even the professor of this department, the main professor, the main teacher, it would say, I understand what you feel because I also have experience to translate, and I think that you have done very good job. Okay, the time in Zoom is over. Thank you for coming. See both of you next week, okay?
Okay.
The class is over.
Yes. Okay, thanks for coming. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you very much for your personal English classes.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Bye. See you soon.
See you soon.